Hello, it's September, well, no, wait a minute, no, sorry, April, 28th today? 2025, maybe 29th. There's going to be a long one today because I'm going to show you what I've been doing this past week. It's not just going to be a chickie check-in, it's going to be a tree check-in. I haven't been able to comment on anybody else's videos because I've just been so busy planting these trees. Let me see here. Oh, this little thing right here, this little house. Well, I'll show it to you later. Let me see. I don't think I have any trees. Well, maybe I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. Trying to remember where I planted all these trees. That right there is Cat Sajak's grave. I showed you that before. There's a daffodils, Latin rose. I'm sure the great hyacinths are gone now. There's one of the trees that I planted. See that? I think it's going to die. Somebody told me them short pine trees, like the short needle trees, are the ones that are having problems recently, so I'm not going to get them anymore. I'll get the long needle pine. Oh, yep, you can see a little chickadee right there, see? Little chickadee's going in that. So it's already been a minute. Oh, look at the little chickadee. She's like, oh, my new home. I didn't know chickadees lived in boxes, but I guess they do. So I might put, if I get more shepherd's hooks, I might put more tree birdhouses out here. The problem is the shepherd's hooks. If you put a post up, I've learned this the hard way, the raccoons will get in there, or the squirrels. And so I don't do that anymore. We had put birdhouses on pretty much all the posts that we had around when we had the chicken run, and yeah, things just kept getting into them. Okay, so this right here, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. That's a cherry, that's a tart cherry. I planted that. This one's a sweet cherry. They said they can cross-pollinate. They said that these could, what did he say? She said. They said that they can do good enough on their own, but they do better when you have a pollinator. And this right here is, let me see, can't remember. This one's a peach. They say this one self-pollinates too. And you see these little blooms. I'm going to really try and keep a good eye on these things to make sure that they do well. Because the cherry trees that I planted before didn't do well. But I hadn't been taking care of them. So this time, shoot. I'm going to do better. Okay, so my clothes are getting caught up on this bramble. I planted more. This is why this is going to be a long video. I found yesterday when I was fertilizing them, I found a deer shed. Out there, I don't know, today years old when I learned that deer shed their antlers. I didn't know they did that. Like they actually drop off. I did not know that. Okay, so let me think where I planted these other trees. Oh, the question of the day. Maybe I should have a question of the day. That was supposed to be a bee box if they wanted to swarm, but I never did put. You're supposed to put lemongrass in there to attract them. I don't know if bees swarm around here. We were thinking about getting some bee boxes, but it wouldn't be for honey. It would just be for the pollinators to pollinate the trees in a vegetable garden. Now here's a tree I planted last year. This is one of like that survived last year. Let's see, you can see, and I did fertilize that. I did go around fertilizing these trees. You know, I did say that my cherry trees didn't make it. I'm not positive that they didn't, but they didn't do well at all. We did go back there a couple days ago. See, the trees are back there somewhere. And we did see what we think are the trees, but they're just, because of him being fertilized or tended to, they're just really bad shape. They still look like twigs. So this time I'm going to do a better job. And I did fertilize them yesterday. What we think is them. We're not even sure it's them, but I did fertilize them. Here's my little wildflower garden here. Just planted a bunch of different things in there. Oh, the grape hyacinths are up here. This one's a white and purple or white and blue. There's purple or blue over there. Yeah, there's a bunch of grape hyacinths still in there and they're still blooming. Huh. Thought they'd be gone by now. I guess here's a tree. I did plant some rhubarb over there. I'm not really kidding. I was given that free and it's just too much to take care of all of it. So I'm just hoping it'll do well on its own. There's a little spruce. I think it's a spruce. See, that one's along. You see the long needles there? That's along. That one's supposed to do better. I do have some plant I planted. I don't know what are them. Irises? I don't know what they are. Here's another. See there? Long-needled pine. Now here's one I planted last year. It has... I broke the top off a little just to see if it was still alive because I thought it was dead. But look, it's still got green in there. So it still has a chance to live. It's one of them white bark trees. I don't know which one. I don't remember. But I planted it there. We don't have any white bark trees here. You see, I don't think anything lived over there. I did have one tree planted over there. I don't think it made it. It's supposed to rain tonight. Supposed to. Hopefully it does. Which will be good. The best time to plant these, especially if you're planting them like way out where you have to lug water to water them, is like when it's the rainy season. So you don't have to do all this watering because you're never going to be able to keep up. There's Thomas and Stray. There's Flash. Henrietta. Oh, did I tell you? Dolly went broody. She's brooding in the coop. Here's the other trees I planted. I took pictures of them as I planted them. But I'll tell you what, I already got them mixed up as I was planting them. They just had these loose holders on them and some of the holders fell off before I got them. So, yeah. So, I was just basically guessing when I took pictures of them in the tubs to make sure I knew which was which. So, it's just a guess at this point. But that's what I've been doing all weekend. I'm very sore. I still got to go garden today for a couple hours. Here's this lily I planted. I don't think it usually blooms at this time of year. I bought it from a flower. Where did I buy it? I don't remember where I bought it. And so probably forced bloom early. So anyways, I hope y'all are doing well, and I'll get back to your videos and commenting and liking and sharing because that's what we're supposed to do. I hope you have a good day. Oh, wait, what was the question of the day? Did I ask a question? Have you started planting your vegetable garden yet? It's still a little too early here. There might be another frost coming mid-May. I can't remember what holiday in May they say is the best time to plant your vegetable garden in our area, which is, 5B? Because of the possibility of frost. Anyway, so I hope you have a good day.